Anyway, last time we finally unlocked the California as a location to colonize, so that's probably where we're going to be focusing a lot today. I believe we already got a third expedition heading down that way, if I remember correctly. Indeed we do. That's going to be down in November, late November to be precise. Now, we do have a rebellion over here that we just about managed to beat last time. We are not very high on manpower, but hopefully we can slowly clear out this rebellion. We do also have quite a few colonies, and we've got a decent enough income right now. We've got over 4,000 coins. One thing that I was thinking about, the autonomy down here is not all that great. Now, there's probably plenty of things for that. Let's actually have a look at the elites a little bit. So the burghers have a lot of power, the nobles have a lot of power, the burghers are still gaining power in here. Now, one thing that I was thinking about actually to do today, I don't think we don't have the points yet, but we might want to start reducing some of the things like the favored outcomes or something like that, to reduce the autonomy from the nobility power. But like, if we could get the autonomy down here a lot, then that would be brilliant. I mean, the communications efficiency isn't bad for the most part. I mean, over here it's 69%, which is actually pretty nice. Oh, and Mexico is having some more rebellions. Right, so we've got 7,000 men in here. We are going to get the defensive bonus. If we can get there during this month, then we might have a pretty good chance on this. Because we got the... well, actually, we don't have that much better troops. Or, actually, no, I believe we do have better troops. But they just have so many of them. There's going to be potentially a problem. So I want to kind of defeat these as quickly as possible, so I'm going to take the risk here. They are low on morale. And actually, I think the front line is gonna... well, they got really low morale, but they are rolling rather... oh, wow. They're rolling 9s. It looks like their front line is collapsing. There we go. So that's another victory. And we should be able to get... actually, no, there's not going to be another tick for reinforcing. But at the same time, they won't be getting reinforced either, so this might actually work in our favor. Oh, we got there first. Oh boy. Okay, well that's a stack wide. What about the second one? It's probably not quite a stack wide, but they got all the penalties. We got our strongest unit on the middle there. Excellent. So lost another 45 men, but that's not too bad. We are going to get a reinforcement tick now. But now that we've got one of the stacks wiped completely, then this is actually going to be a lot better for us. Timon is now full. Oh, right, that's in Brazil. We did not get the colonists out of that. Although, to be fair, we could perhaps get one of the colonists away from somewhere else. We got some rebel factions. Oh, sounds frisky. On the other hand, if we can just get... if we can get the colonial nation, then that's not going to be our worry. In all fairness. Right, so where's the colonists now? Those are core construction colonists. We've got one in Cebu. Alright, this is in... yeah, that's a pretty small colony still. I think it's... Karoo is probably going to be... well, actually, no, that's not very high either. And Timon just got completed, didn't it? Oh, so there is going to be a colonist free from that. Okay, well. So how... Brazil got 3,000 men now. That's improvement. Rio Prata is still only 2. I don't see any of the lands here. I do see this one, but that's part of... Brazil. Of course, we could try to cut off the English over here, but at the same time, it might actually be worthwhile to let them get a colonial nation in here, so that once we potentially break our alliance with England at some point, although, well, the thing is, England is allied to Spain. And us, of course, and then Florence and Friesland, so that's going to be a bit tricky to try to get them break that alliance. One thing that is probably going to happen today is... Britain is probably going to get the colonial nation in Eastern America, so that might be okay. Let's... I don't think I need to really colonize too much more for Mexico right now, although connecting these lands certainly wouldn't hurt. But at the same time, these we can colonize on our own time. That's not going to be a problem. We could try to colonize here. That would get us closer to Japan. Although there's a ton of troops in there, so I don't think we'll be able to get that much work done in there, I'm afraid. But like, it's a possibility for later. At the same time, actually, just connecting over here would not be a bad idea either. Let's have a look at the provinces. Is there any... There's an estuary over there. Oh, these are both natural locations. Okay, that's probably where the expedition is going to be heading. So let's start colonizing this. It's a bit of a long distance. It's going to take about a year for the colonies to arrive there. But then we'll have, like, at least connected areas here. Oh, and we lost the stability. Oh, that reminds me. I did want to start expanding the bureaucracy a little bit. Now, that is going to have some bad stuff happening from that as well, but at the same time, getting the state reach a bit higher is definitely not a bad idea. And one thing that I was thinking about doing is, for example, removing the favorite outcomes. If we have a look at that, it would reduce the base hierarchy, but increase the welfare. Noble loyalty would drop down to 0, which means that we couldn't... Ooh, actually, I wonder... If we were to do something from here, that would increase the loyalty by 5. That would be 7.5. That would be lowering the legitimacy, though, which I'd rather avoid if possible. That would be 10 loyalty. That would be 20 loyalty. But that, oh, right, that would be promoting the faction. Actually, no, it wouldn't necessarily, but yeah, it would cost us a bit of prestige. We do have prestige to spare, though. Stability, not necessarily. I think we're probably going to go with the unpopular relative. So now we got that, we could... Oh, do we not have the points now, or... Oh, wait, no, it's the other one. So yeah, nobility is going to be a lot of loyalty by giving them a lot of power. Yeah, that's true. But if we can reduce the local autonomy from their power, then the power doesn't matter quite as much. It's still going to matter, of course, but I think we're going to do this. And with the welfare, that should then reduce a lot of the rebellions, at least a little bit. Although now we probably need to increase the loyalty even further by doing something. We could do this, that would give them 10 loyalty. They would increase their influence, unfortunately, but also stability would increase a bit faster. So actually, that's not a terrible idea. And it doesn't increase their power directly, at least. It will anger the other factions, but it's something that we'll have to do right now. France is embargoing England. Well, that's not really a surprise. Oh, right, we got the combat over here. I think we are winning this. Although they've got some reinforcements as well. But there we go, the cannons are out of the fight. So this is going to be a simple victory for us. They've still got 11,000 men, though. Well, I guess we'll just follow. We will get another reinforcement round of reinforcement. Oh, right, we're making this into a state as well. Right. Well, at least we're slowly getting the cores in there. We had a ton of discoveries, mostly into the inland here. Oh, right. So I know that Songhai is a thing again. Not particularly large. Actually, no, that's the state. Oh, wait, no. That is Songhai. It's one province minor. Because I was looking earlier, before starting the stream, Sanhaja is allied to Songhai and Lemsen, which means basically I would have to fight Lemsen and whatever. Sanhaja has 9,000 men there, but that 9,000 isn't really that bad. But Lemsen's 21,000 might be a problem. I suppose I could call in Castile or Spain for that, in all fairness. That would allow us to maybe grab a few more provinces away from Tlemcen, feed them to Fez, to make Fez a bit stronger and maybe a bit wealthier. Promoting in Lurk works so long as they don't get over 85 is a magic number. The lower the better. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the loyalty is going to be quite... Actually, I suppose there might be some commoner interactions that would increase... grain? Well, it wouldn't increase the relations necessarily, but I suppose we could do a little bit at least. Get some stability and lower the unrest and all that. We'll do generous. Let's have a look. Is that going to be affecting any of the rebellions? I mean, there's still quite a bit of rebellions, especially in the west, or in... Oh, Oh, well. Mexico is going to be busy for a while. We did expand them quite a bit last time. Yeah, true. We could invest a little bit on their farmlands again. We should probably have a look at the kind of throughputs in a way. Like, can they have a bit more? I think they could probably. They are indeed quite poor. So how about we invest a little bit on their farmlands, especially in the north here. What they do with their farmlands is up to them. It's relatively cheap, and that hopefully will increase their kind of wealth over time. I've still got 3 more cores underway, which is, I believe, down here. Marina, but yeah, I think it's... Where's the... Okay, there's one of them is not there. One is over here. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right, so did we... Oh, yeah, we got another battle going on. Let's have a look at that. So they are still... Okay, now they're rolling badly. There we go. We didn't quite stack quite then yet, but the numbers advantage that they have is dwindling steadily. Now, one other thing that we could probably do is get some more ships. We have built some ships, to be fair. We'll go... Oh, these guys are not protecting trade. Well, it's a bit we're still locked in different areas. Where's the European Crusade when you need them? Yeah, I mean, we could maybe ask Spain for help. Alright, and then we got the heavy ships there. We got another 5 heavy... Oh, right, these heavy ships should probably get back to port. Just saying. Maybe we'll send it to the capital. Now, how soon do we have the truce ending with EU? 1604. If Spain doesn't attack you before that, then we will conquer the remaining areas in Peru. And, you know, at least we'll limit the Spanish Peru a little bit. I mean, Spanish Peru actually isn't quite as strong. They got 8,000 men, whereas ours has 15. So, yeah, we are quite a bit stronger, but I don't believe our colonial nations can fight because we are allied. And that's a transport. Oh, right, yeah, I was gathering some transports over here, wasn't I? So we can transport the troops up and down on the Pacific side as well. Which might be something that we need to do. Now, how many truces do we have? It's actually only 2, so technically speaking, over here in Mexico, we could do another war. I don't think it's a smart idea right now. We are low on manpower, and Mexico is quite busy dealing with the rebellions, as are we. But once we deal with the rebellion down here, I think we'll be alright. There we go, so the numbers advantage is definitely on our side. Well, not really yet on our side, but it's definitely improving. We've got really good troops. Okay, we lost another 640. But they lost about 2,000. So now we are roughly even. Oh, we're gonna get there in... Okay. During this month. We'll get the tick over there, or a reinforcement tick over there. And then we'll even get the fight at the same time. They will get some morale back though, which is a bit of a pity, but oh well. Oh man, that was a good roll there. We got 8 and they got 1. Basically taking no damage. Oh. Well, I suppose they got only 1 regiment that is actually doing the fighting. Oh, hello. We got another conversion done. Yeah, we lost 1 man in that entire battle, and we were shooting at the cavalry. Just keep the conversions going. Now, to be fair, the unrest down here, I did realize something that if we were to increase the garrison levels to even higher, the unrest reduction would go even higher as well. What was the province down here? Well, let's see, that is 23. Just trying to figure out where to build the capital in here. Like, I was planning it over there, wasn't I? Because it's got an... No, over here, that's a natural location, so that's kind of what I was thinking, but at the same time, it's got a really low... urban development right now. Does it even have urban... Well, it's got 3,500. It does have the amenities, so it can have a bit higher numbers. What sort of productions does it have? Houseware, armaments, and religious education. We have no trading in here yet. We don't have a harborage either, actually. But you know what? I think we can afford... Oh, it's not showing there. Okay. We can open up the commerce in there. And hopefully that'll do the next phase of our plan. So they'll start doing a little bit investments on the harborage and all that sort of stuff. And I think like, say 16010 or 1610 or something like that, we'll start building up the capital on Madagascar. Ooh. There we go. I figured that would be the place because that is a natural location. And Colonial California. So Portuguese California, I think that's what we're going to go with the name. So have we found any... Actually, what sort of resource is there? That's just sea salt. Sea salt. And sea salt. Okay, so nothing massive here yet. I mean, I suppose the Californian gold rush happened quite a bit later, to be fair. Oh, there we go. Finally we stacked one done. Now let's go and de-siege that, and then we can hopefully keep Madagascar free of enemies for a little while. I would rather, or I would like to do a war against Kilwa, but right now it's not really in the cards. Although this one, we could do some trade protection by the looks of it, and that would be in... It would be in Zanzibar. Yeah, that will probably do. So I do have a claim on Zanzibar. And Kilwa, how much do you have? You got 9,000 men, so that's not too bad. We are a bit low on manpower though, so we're going to have to wait at least a year or two before we can do anything like that. But we will figure out some things soon enough. So that was the transports, they're doing their thing. We could probably get a... like a proper castle in here now, in like Marina or something. Or can I do that? Oh, because it's not a core yet, we can't do it there. Or there, for that matter. I suppose what I could do is I could get a fort over here to kind of protect the northern area, if nothing else. And then maybe another one here in the south, like the one that is currently being sieged down. If we get a fort over there, that would cover quite a few provinces, actually. Yeah, with those two forts I can cover pretty much the entire island. I like that idea. Where was this colony? Oh, right, this was in Africa. Did that have a colonist as well? I don't think it did. But now we need to wait for the taxes themselves. I have a feeling that we will probably be spending quite a bit. Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting all that much manpower because the nobility isn't very loyal. Although, with the hybrid army, I don't think the nobility is going to matter quite as much anymore. It's still going to matter, of course, but just a little bit less. Oh, we are neighboring Mutapa. Huh. I don't recall us having the casus belli thing from the evangelical ideas yet. That's probably something that we'll need to check as well. Oh, well, we did actually get quite a bit of manpower. We were like, what, 3,000 or 4,000? That's like at least 16,000, maybe 17,000 manpower. But that's actually not bad. Also, how's the... I suppose the autonomy is going to start going slowly down now, with the favorite outcomes no longer having an impact. But it's not going to be like an instant change on the... There we go, so we got that core done. That is a lot of development in here. It's, wow, 500,000, actually 600,000 peasants. Oh boy. There's a lot of forest in here that could be utilized. We did activate the edict to tell nobles to pay 75% more men. Oh yeah, we did. I forgot that one. Probably gain 10,000 plus edicts. That would make sense. Right, so what are we producing here again? Cross pasture, plant fibers. I'm kind of thinking of maybe getting cash crops here. If there's... Oh yeah, there's a massive amount of room for farmland there. Let's think about what other things should we open up here. We do not have any urban production in here yet, so maybe we'll get some... Let's actually have a look. Is there something that we need desperately? I don't think so. I mean, delicacies are a bit... Is there anything over here? Well, I mean... Temperature is high enough, so we could get the cash crops in there at least. And then get maybe some... like consumer production, or consumer goods production. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll get textiles or something like that in there. Because, well, that's the wrong area. Open new slot. So if we have a look at this again, so what sort of stuff do we have there? We got the... Yeah, we got plant fibers already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the cash crops, which is either exotics or delicacies. another thing that we need to open up there is some sort of industry. So we'll just put in a bit of textile production there, so that we can get some urban population here, which means that over time we can maybe lower the power from the nobility. Well, actually, the nobility doesn't have that much power in here. Ah, okay, but there's no burgers there either. Now, I suppose one thing that I could do now is I'm just going to consolidate the regiments. That's going to reduce the amount that we are over our force limit by at least a tiny smidgen there. Means also a little bit less manpower spent on the reinforcing. And I think that is also going to have quite an impact on the... Well, actually, the over force limit is only 4 ducats per month, and we got... Oh, right, yeah, we should probably send in another colonist somewhere. Let's have a look at the colonies that are closest to be completed. Figure out which one we could... we can probably recall this one now. And then, where was the... It was this one that we completed recently, so now we know about this land, and take a quick look at the ideas. So, oh yeah, the next one is going to be the Empire through, so we get the Castle Belly. Yeah, we do need to slowly civilize them, that's true. I suppose what I could do is I could set up, or did I already set these as a... I think I may have set these as a investment target already. Or maybe I didn't. No, actually, I think that was mostly just stated territories. Well, actually, if it was stated territories, then yes, it may have already been set. Now that I think of it. Right, let's actually unpause. So corruption is going down. We're at pretty good speed. I mean, we did get it up a little bit, or raise it up a little bit at first. But I think it's okay in the end. We're going to shuffle these around. Is there another rebellion potentially firing up in here? I think it's political. Yeah, there's still a fair bit of unrest in here. We can probably have some sort of impact on the likelihood of the next rebellion firing up here. But there's probably going to be at least 1 or 2 rebellions before everything calms down. So this area is having some unrest. Now, to be fair, I could add that into the trade company, but I'd rather actually keep these lands for myself. Now, how is the communications efficiency down here? Is still pretty bad, so we'll probably need to get a second level on the capital once they're done with the pathing or something like that. So because that's going to reduce the communications, or will kind of make it communications a bit more livable. Oh right, yeah, that's true. The fort. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, we already have a fort there. Oh, and there, and oh, right. Well, we'll build one there nonetheless. Having a few extra forts probably doesn't hurt. Besides, I have a feeling that they will probably have a bit of an impact on the rebellion gain as well. Expedition, I think we'll go into California again, just to keep on going there. The Castilian, or the Spanish have not gained their... Oh, the colonist still hasn't arrived here. Oh, speaking of colonists, we got a colonist that is not being... Oh, right, yeah, we were looking for the location to settle in, but then we got distracted, as per usual. Now, I don't suppose there's any... No, I don't think there's anything over here that I could colonize. I could do some colonizing in here, perhaps. Or that island, or... I don't know. There's a lot of places that we could perhaps colonize, but not many... Oh, France is... Oh. France doesn't have the colonial nation yet, but they got a lot of colonies underway. Yeah, once they get this one done, then they'll have a colonial nation. Brittany is also just 1 province short, I believe, of getting their colonial nation. Now, I can't really colonize in Peru right now, because that's a part of the Spanish territory, so what I suppose I could do is I could try to kind of secure some more lands down here in Brazil. Make Brazil a bit stronger, so that eventually Brazils can have a bit of a fight. Now, we still haven't really found any good allies, have we? Let's have a look at the list of potential allies. We got, I mean, Bayern Straubing is quite small. Oh wait, actually it's not that small. They got large chunks in Netherlands. You're too late to the colonial party, guys. They are a little bit late, yeah. Oh wow, Commonwealth isn't all that far. They're paranoid, so they don't want to... I mean, that's part of the reason why they don't want to... Now there is also 2 more that would like to ally, but they do not have the alliance slots available. Okay. Let's have a look at the nations here. Oh, right, we are already allied to Savoy. Wait, there's 16,000 men, which isn't massive. How much does France have, just out of curiosity? 50... Okay, yeah, no. We're not going to be doing wars against France without having Spain on our side of the conflict. Now, to be fair, is there still unrest down here, I wonder? Not right now. I mean, we're suppressing quite a bit. Right, the friendly troops is actually only -5. Well, I suppose I could do is I could get my troops down here. At least over there. Oh, right, but we don't have a casus belli against Senhaja, do we? No, we don't. Okay. So, never mind. I mean, I suppose we could maybe get this army further up north. Tlemcen is still allied to Mamluk, so we can't declare it directly on them, and they own large chunks of Sahara. I think they may have tried to... Oh yeah, they have got on through here. Interesting, so they're kind of breaking up the hegemonies down here that had existed. And Igbo, our ally, is probably fairly strong. I mean, I suppose I could even offer knowledge sharing to them. I have a somewhat strong friend in Africa. I reckon the Mamluks have a lot. They got 40,000 plus they got pretty darn strong vassals like Damascus over here. It's 11,000. That's only 2,000. Olgadir is 3. That's 5. Okay, so let's just say that they got probably about 60,000 with all their vassals included. And what about Tunis? Are you still allied to Mamluks? Yeah, you are allied to Mamluks as well. Okay. Guaranteeing the independence of Fezzan. Where is Fezzan? I suspect that it's probably somewhere over here. Might be something that we can't see right now. In all fairness. Oh, they got a bit of Catholic zealots on Malta. Well, that's their problem, not mine. We got the 5 heavies over here in Cape Town. We could maybe expand the navy. Oh, right, speaking of navies, we didn't expand the navies as much as I was planning. Let's go ahead and build up some new ships. At this point, we may be able to ally Byzantium. I mean, there isn't Byzantium, though. There's Morea. And Mamluks own a massive chunk of land. There is, of course, well, there's Eretnitz, and then Commonwealth owns Constantinople, oddly enough. They've lost a decent chunk. Well, actually, they've regained a lot of the land now in, like, Ukraine and all that. Oh. And it looks like Russia is pushing further east, which doesn't really surprise me. Oh. Wait, no. I thought that this was, no, that's Mughalistan, not Ming. Oh, like, I thought it was Russian lands occupied by Ming, but no. Not quite, but they are almost neighboring Ming. We did get the transport up here. Right, so let's get these a little bit closer. Next year we can start hiring the mercenaries up here, and we can do the war against Liu Song, which is fighting against Brunei again. Oh. Oh. Yeah, no, it is the same color as Byzantium. Great Ming is great. Yeah, it is quite great. But they might not be the #1 great power for all that much longer. I mean, they got still about 500 on us on the kind of comparison there, but like, we are steadily growing, that's for sure. How big is our capital, by the way? Lisbon is now 84 points. There's still definitely room for improvement there. How much do we have the urban population now, just out of curiosity? Come on, game. Oh, I think that was the investments again. So we've got 278,000, roughly speaking. And Toledo has 326. But there is still about 50,000. May obtain an institution by that point, possibly. Oh, speaking of institutions, how is the... Okay, bureaucrats have fairly little influence that they won't be able to, or we won't be able to do that. We could do something over here. We don't need the inflation reduction or interest per annum. Diplo reputation would be nice. Legitimacy would be nice. Actually, yeah, that would be really nice. On the other hand, when do we... what is that? Papal sanction for increased taxes. How long is that going to last? Okay, we've got another 5 years. If we do a bit more conversions, we should be fine. So I'm going to get the legitimacy upgrade. Or increase, rather. Because I suspect that that is going to be quite useful. Wood Island, okay. I haven't seen that name in this game before, I do admit. On the other hand, well, at least I don't remember seeing it. So we've got the transports there, we've got the heavy ships here, we've got some troops over here still doing rebel suppression, right? Yeah, there still seems to be quite a bit of areas to kind of pacify. So we'll spread the troops a little bit. Now, how is the force limit doing? We're still 6 over. I suppose what we could do is just reduce the numbers here a little bit again. I mean, honestly, 10,000 would probably be still enough against Kilmore, right? Oh, but I never gave the orders to do the rebel suppression down here, did I? I think that is going to be sufficient. So where is the rebellion? Sun Fanatics. Right, it's down here in Khoisan, isn't it? Banditry and rebellion is causing some problems. How much population do we have there? They got a lot of peasants. No residents whatsoever. Okay. I suppose the garrison doesn't take... Yeah, it only takes peasant labor, so we could actually build up a garrison in here. And maybe that will help with some of the unrest. That is garrison to rank... No, that's probably not rank 4, but rank 1. Oh yeah, we can take that one away. Oh, I realise what the number is. At least sometimes. At least right now it seems to be like the construction... So it takes 4 kind of units of... or rounds of construction. But they do 5 at a time. So it should be done in about a year if they can get all the resources. Well, in 2 years because they first need to calculate how much resources they need. But, you know, after that. Right, so we've got transports now in the Philippines. Excellent. They do have the naval supremacy in here. In terms of number of ships. But the quality, not so much. Now, to be fair, I could perhaps build up some light ships down here. It would take forever and a day. Oh man, it really would take forever. Maybe we won't do that then. Do we have any harbor? We do have a harborage here, so that's good. The communications efficiency is nightmarish. Oh, right, I remember now. We wanted to get the pathing up so we can maybe communicate slightly better with the surrounding provinces in here. And this is actually a major center of trade there. Whereas dominant center of trade for Cape Town, I mean, that makes sense. A single heavy ship should be enough. Possibly. But at the same time... no, we don't have the bases in the Pacific yet to do that. I was just thinking, like, what I could do is just build them in America and sail them in here, but that's probably not going to work. I suppose I could build up some fleets over here instead. Let's see, light ships, how bad would that be? That was still over 1,000 days. Well, some of these are actually 800. That'll do. And then down here we can also get about 800 days, or about 900 more or less. So that's a few years, but that should be right. So how far are we from getting the idea? Not very far at all, actually, probably next month. But then we can get the casus bellis, and then we're going to start doing wars without worrying about the... Or having a casus belli. Of course, having the claims is still good, for it's going to be easier to core and all that. Come on. There we go. Oh, we had the reform and a few other things done as well, so... When does that actually wear out? Some relative... no, not that one. Enforced obligations, so that's going to be done in... Oh, right, yeah, that's going to be done in due time. Well, in... Actually, still 8 years. So yeah, that is going to take some time. Anti-corruption campaign... Recent reforms, there we go. Oh, next year, actually. So then we could technically start doing another reform. I don't think we necessarily... I mean, there... we can't do that one without some of the upgrades. Don't think there's a lot that we can really do. Don't suppose we got the... Oh, we can expand the authority. Sure. Increase the state reach. Unfortunately, it looks like the autonomy is going up again. That might just be because there's nobility... is not very loyal right now. Of course, the loyalty should be slowly increasing. Is there anything over here that we could do? All grand celebrations. A bit of Diplo points. A massive load of cash. Stability increase interval 5%. 10% for the stability. Relations between aristocrat and state plus 10. Noble loyalty. Actually, I think that's totally worth it. Getting the ability to be loyal again would probably get us quite a bit more bonuses over time. And I do like the sound of that. We've got some ships that are under... Oh, wow. That's a crash. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, there's more conversions that need to be done. I'll collect it. Oh wow! Unified China. Okay, I don't think I can do this. Did we get at least, well, we did get England and Spain to help us. But that is still about 1.6 million men. And a ton of ships. We do actually have more ships than they do. Total, but they're spread around. 1.7, yeah, somewhere around there. And our side has about, let's see, 140, 165, 170, 250? So we got 250,000, they got 1.7, yeah, they got about, let's see, almost 7 times as much as we do. Yeah, I think this is actually a nice point to end this then. Because, let's be honest, I'd rather not give up these lands, although that's probably something that we'd have to do. And it would be a forever war, which would just weaken me, and at the same time I'm just kind of anxious to get to the next update and all that.